What if I told you one man, over 600 years ago, cracked the code behind the rise and fall of civilizations? Before sociology, before economics, before modern political science, there was Ibn Khaldun. His book, Al-Muqaddimah, isn't just a historical document. It's a lens to understand the world we live in today. Stay with me, because what this man saw in the 14th century might explain everything from crumbling empires to TikTok trends. Ibn Khaldun was born in 1332 in Tunis during a time of chaos, wars, plagues, collapsing dynasties. He lived through the Black Death, worked as a diplomat, a scholar, even a judge. But amidst the chaos, he wasn't just observing. He was analyzing. He asked questions that no one else dared to ask. Why do empires fall? Why do dynasties vanish? Is there a pattern to history? His life was like a mirror of his theory. Rising through the ranks of politics, falling into exile, returning to power, over and over, each time learning more. In 1377, Ibn Khaldun began writing Al-Muqaddimah, which means the introduction. It was meant to be a preface to a much larger history of the world, but it became so profound, so original, that it stood on its own. It wasn't just about what happened in history, it was about why things happen. Inside its pages, he explored everything. How tribes turn into kingdoms, how power breeds luxury, how luxury brings decay, how societies unravel from within. He tackled economics, education, psychology, law, geography, and even climate, all in a single volume, all before the Enlightenment. At the heart of Al-Muqaddimah is a theory, a cycle of civilization. Every great society begins with ḥasabiyyah, social cohesion. It's the glue that binds people together, loyalty, purpose, unity. This unity builds strength. It creates leadership, armies, expansion. But as power grows, so does comfort. Wealth increases, morals soften. Rulers grow distant from their people. Then come the palaces, the luxury, the taxes, the decadence, and the unity that built the civilization. It fades until a new group, still united, still hungry, rises from the margins to conquer them. Rinse and repeat. Ibn Khaldun didn't stop at politics. He discussed economic principles like labor value, supply and demand, and even the concept of declining marginal returns. He warned that high taxes reduce productivity, long before modern economists said the same. He analyzed education systems, arguing that students shouldn't memorize, they should understand. He observed that culture and environment shape behavior, and that geography often determines a nation's destiny. He was, in every sense, a multidisciplinary genius. Ibn Khaldun may have lived in the 1300s, but his ideas feel ripped from today's headlines. Think about it: the erosion of trust in institutions, the widening gap between rich and poor, the growing divide between citizens and their leaders, the burnout of cultures once driven by shared mission. From the fall of the Roman Empire, to the slow unraveling of modern superpowers, his cycle plays out again and again. In Ibn Khaldun's time, the shift from strength to softness took generations. Today, it can happen in a decade. Technology speeds up everything: communication, culture, conflict. But the core remains the same. When people lose their sense of shared purpose, when ḥasabiyyah breaks, the cracks begin. And if we don't learn from the past, we're doomed to repeat the pattern. Al-Muqaddimah is not just a book, it's a time machine, a warning, and a guidebook rolled into one. Ibn Khaldun's message is simple: history has rules. Societies rise and fall for reasons, and if we pay attention, we might just break the cycle. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who still thinks history is just about dates.